Welcome back to Green Sports Zone. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Avery Weems Show, presented by Starnes Barber, where we cover everything on the diamond with the North Green Lady Huskies softball team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Avery Weems. Coach,
hey
how's it going?
Good, going well.
I'm sure it's going well.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good things to talk about.
Yeah.
Not only do we have one championship to talk about, we've got two championships to talk about. We sat down last Wednesday, we previewed the district championship. Didn't know who you were going to play. It was either going to be Unaka or Cladland. Unaka squeaked it out. You played them in the nightcap, ended up getting a 14-3 win over them to win the district championship. Let's start off with that one. Talk about how good it was to get back on the mountaintop and be district champions once again.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was really proud of our girls that night. They played a good game, I thought. I think Charlie Turnmeyer was the winning pitcher that night for us through a complete game in the district championship there. So it was really nice to see out of her. She threw a good game, worked hard to get out of jams, and just a resilient effort from her. And then it took a while for our bats to get woke up. I think we scored a few there in the early innings, and it was a close game there, I think, until the bottom of the fifth when we scored, I think, 9 runs to, I guess, make it a run rule. But that was the thing we talked about after that game was, you love to come out of the gate a little harder and get those hits early in the game, and that way you're not in a tight game the whole way through. But you can't complain at all about a district championship. That was awesome to see, especially here on our home field. We had great crowds all week. We thought the district tournament went really smooth here at North Green, and a lot of credit for that goes out to the parents of our team. They were a huge help helping us out, make sure everything ran smooth, doing some volunteer work there for us. So that was just all around a great week, great game here at North Green.
If you didn't have a district tournament or a district championship MVP, Josie Graham was probably at the top of that conversation. Fantastic game that she had. She was 3 of 4 RBIs, 3 runs, a single, triple, and home run. The home run, I believe, was to run rule them too to win the game. So she was a double shy of the cycle. Stolen bases, you go down here, she had 1 stolen base also. She filled the stat sheet, and as a freshman to perform that way in the district championship, I mean, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, she had a great game offensively and a good game defensively too. She caught the whole game, did a good job keeping everything in front of her. Josie's just a good all-around player. She's a good hitter. She's really fast. She can play multiple positions out there in the field for you. She's played shortstop for us this year. She's caught this year. She can kind of do a little bit of everything. So we're really fortunate to have her on the team. And you're right, that was a great game by Josie.
Going into the region tournament also, you get the district championship. You celebrate that. You turn around to the region tournament now, and winning that game, you host that first game with Cosby. You host them, you avoid the rain, you get that game in, you win 12-0 over the Lady Eagles. Talk about how good it was to win that first region game, not only at home, but to win it and then clinch that sub-state game.
Yeah, it was awesome, and we were, I guess, the beneficiary of some bad luck by them. They had they've got a pretty good pitcher, and she was injured, so we didn't see her. We saw their number 2, and our girls came alive there and hit it pretty good. And I think we only had 8 hits, but we had some walks there, and I remember after that game, it felt like we had more hits than that, just because I guess the timing of them. It seemed like when we got people on, we were getting big hits, hard hits to score those runs. So it just felt like more, but. Offensively, I thought that was a pretty good game from us, and we bunted well, we ran the bases well, and then I think Hannah pitched a real good game that game, threw a no-hitter. So just a great game all around from our team, I thought.
We covered Josie Graham's great game where she was a double shy of the cycle. Lauren Blevins did the same exact thing against Cosby. She had a home run, she had a triple, she had the bunt single in the first inning, she was a double away from the cycle, and she had all 3s across the board. 3 hits and 3 at-bats with 3 RBIs and 3 runs. Another phenomenal game out of Lauren in this time of the year where, as your main senior, she's really showed a lot of improvement coming down towards the late stretch of the season of being that leader.
Yeah, Lauren's been excellent for us, and like you said, she had a great game there, and just stuffed the stat sheet on that, had some good at-bats. She had a bunt single, she had a triple, hit the home run. I think she stole a base. I'm pretty sure I may be 2 bases, yeah. So, I mean, Lauren's just a great athlete, and I think I even said in the post game that night she hit that home run, but the hardest ball she hit all night was the triple in the gap. She smoked it, and I was just real pleased to see that from her. And Lauren's just another great asset too for our team. Not only offensively, but she can play multiple positions. We've played her in the outfield. We've played her at second base. Played her at first base. She's just very versatile, and she's just somebody you'd love to have on your team.
Let's talk about Hannah a little bit more also. She had a 4-inning no-hitter, and the defense really didn't have – I mean, she faced, I think, 13 batters all night. She struck out 10 of them. The defense had an easy night. She walked one, and I think one went to Lauren in left field. One went to Heidi at third base on a bunt attempt. And pretty easy night for the defense all around. I think after the second inning, the defense probably went out there pretty relaxed, knowing that they probably weren't going to get anything hit their way.
Yeah, no, Hannah had a great game and kind of gave our defense, I guess, some time off there. But she had all of her pitches working that night, and she was just really sharp. Location was good, had good movement on all of her stuff. So that was just a great game from her all around. And kind of what we've become accustomed to seeing here. She's had some games where she's been really dominant, so that was definitely one of them. And it was at a huge moment when we needed that in an elimination game.
Moving into the region championship last night, Hannah pitches again. She doesn't have her dominant effort like she's used to having. I joked with her mom, Tracy, last night, if you're going to have a bad game and still win, take the win. Yeah. But you get the win, you claim your third straight region championship. I know your first year as a head coach, you pick up right where your dad left off as a head coach, winning the region championship again to now host this week's sectionals game. So how good of a feeling was last night getting that win in Sneedville?
Oh, it was excellent, and that's a tough place to play. We talked about before the game how the last 2 times we've been down there we've lost. So they're a resilient bunch, scrappy bunch. Hancock is. They're going to put it in play. They're not going to strike out much. It's kind of what we saw last night. We knew that going in. We knew they would put it in play, make you make plays on defense. And then they're going to make plays on defense. Usually their outfield made some good plays last night. Anything we hit out there, I felt like they were getting to. So they're not a bad bunch. And like you said, it's just a good win to go there and I guess take care of business there, even when you don't feel like you play your best. Because I thought we had some moments there in the field where we were shaky. We had some at-bats there where we didn't really execute what we were trying to do. We had some we tried to bunt for hit some and just didn't get them down. And then if you do that and you don't get them down, you're in a hole. Sometimes it's hard to dig out of. But it is nice to win a game like that when you don't play well. And it felt like, though, we did make plays when we needed them, so that was good to see, especially on defense. We had some innings there where we made some bad plays, made some errors, and then felt like we always came right back with a big play to get us out of it. So that was awesome to see.
I think I remember 2 double plays in particular. You had a 5-4-3 and a 4-3-2. The 4-3-2 came at a huge time because you've got a runner advancing home, I think, in a 1 or maybe 2 run game that could have completely changed the entire outcome of the game if that run scores. And you're able to get that huge double play. I don't think that one ended the inning, but that got you to 2 outs that then led you to end the inning later. But being able to get out of a few jams like that in a game where, we'll touch on it a little bit after this question, but in a game where some things didn't go your way, how relieved were you to know that your defense was on point last night?
Oh, it was excellent. I'm trying to find it here, but talk about that 1 inning here where we had those double plays. I'm trying to find it. I think it was the top of the 5th. No.
Top 4.
Bottom of the 5th.
No. Yeah, you were
yeah.
right.
So in the bottom of the 5th here, we had let's see, Hancock scored. Then they looks like they had second and third with 1 out, and they hit a ground ball to Hannah, and Hannah had the girl kind of run down. There's a play there at third. We didn't get the out. I thought we should have got the out. We just didn't execute that like we should. And that's something, too, as a coach, kind of frustrating. We practice run downs. We hadn't in a while, but we do practice that play. So next time we want to get that out if we ever get somebody hung out. But the next play came back with a huge play to get us out of it. The next girl, I think, hit a line drive. I think it deflected off Hannah's glove to Chloe at first. Chloe, no? Did it go to Chloe?
Goes to Lauren.
Yeah, it deflected off Hannah's glove to Lauren. Lauren throws it to first to get the out at first, and then Chloe relays it home to get the girl going home. She was trying to advance on that and score. So that was just a huge play to keep the game 4-3 right there where it was. So that was awesome to see. A huge play, clutch play. Chloe made a great play on that. It was a good play all around. Hannah knocked down the line drive, and then Lauren was right there to scoop it up. And then Chloe made a great turnaround feed to home to get the out, and Charlie applied the tag. But just a huge play, and we had one earlier in the game too. I'm not going to try to find it here, but we had one early in the game when there was a ball hit to the fence, and I remember we made a really good relay home to get the out at home there too. So we had two runners that we got out at home that ended up being crucial. So in a close game like that, you've got to make the plays, and I thought we did.
You had an out at home too. That was pretty eventful also. But in a game like that where I asked you this last night, where some of the things don't go your way, your team did a really good job of responding to it. You have that play at third base in the rundown where you have a player that gets injured at third.
Yep.
There's a little bit of a lengthy delay in the game, and you get back, and as soon as you resume play, you get that clutch double play. You have the situation at home where there's some discussion, and then you come right back out of it unwavered. So credit to your team, and how proud of you with how they responded to the stuff that went on the field that didn't go their way.
Oh, it's great to see as a coach. I mean, it's real easy whenever stuff that doesn't go your way kind of comes up to, I guess, dwell on it and let that, kind of affect the way you play and think, woe is me. And I thought we did a good job moving on there and talking about the double play again there that you're talking about. Right after Heidi got injured there at third, she had to come out very briefly, then came back in. But Lauren played the outfield the whole game. We moved her to second. And I think it makes that play she made even more impressive because we had to shift. Maddie was playing second. We shifted her to third and put Lauren at second. So Hannah deflects that ball. Lauren comes in, scoops it up, makes the play at first, and then Chloe relays home, and we get out there. So that was really good to see out of Lauren. Kind of talks about the versatility we were talking about earlier with her being able to play multiple positions. So that was just awesome to see. And then, like you're saying, I mean, just different stuff throughout the game. We didn't feel like it went our way, but that's just sports. I'm sure, not Cosby, but Hancock probably had stuff they felt like didn't go their way. So that's part of it. You just got to move on. Got to keep playing.
Last player I'll talk about also, shout out to Jordan Marr, your other senior. She doesn't start, but she scores 2 big runs in the game.
Yeah.
She goes 1 for 1 at the plate, scores a run as a courtesy runner, and she does her job. I think she had a stolen base also to end up advancing to third, I think, on a ground ball to get home. And she gets into the game. She doesn't start, but when she gets into the game, I mean, how productive was she last night in a big game?
Oh, Jordan's very productive, and she's been like that, I mean, for the majority of the season. And I've touched on it before, and she throughout the season at different points, she has been in our lineup, and then now we've been bringing her in off the bench some, and it's kind of just, playing around with your lineup a little bit to where if we bring her off the bench, she's a little more flexible with what we can do with her. We can use her as a courtesy runner. She's a good base runner for us, and that's kind of where that weird stat line comes from. She had 1 at bat and scored 2 runs, but we used her as a courtesy runner, and she got in and scored. And just somebody smart you want out there on the bases. And then when she did get in, we use her as a bunter a lot. She's a good bunter. She always gets it down in the right spot, and she's got pretty good speed too. So I think she had a bunt for hit. I don't remember how she advanced around there. I think she did steal a base actually, and then I think she ended up scoring again after she bunted for hit. But she's just a great asset for our team to have that, to know that, okay, if you get in a big moment in the game and you need something, whether it be a base runner, you need a pinch hitter, you need somebody to come in and get a bunt down, you need somebody that you can insert in the outfield, you've got Jordan Marr there to do that. So we really love what we get out of Jordan.
Now you go into the sectionals this week. Presumably Friday, potentially Saturday. We don't know as of right now. We'll talk about that in just a minute, though. We know the opponents. We just don't know the date yet at the moment.
Yep.
They still have to play tonight, and there's a few extra circumstances surrounding that. So follow up with us on the second half. We'll go ahead and touch on that right after this break here on Green Sports Zone.
My name is Robert Starnes. I'm a lifelong resident of Northern Greene County, where I currently reside here with my wife and 3 children. I was a barber in Greenville for the last 6 years, but I have recently changed locations to my new shop in Baileyton. It's at 285 Mortis Hollow Lane, Afton. I'm also a proud supporter of North Greene Athletics. Come see me for all of your men and boys grooming needs. Go Huskies!
Baileyton Drug Company services the surrounding communities of Baileyton with excellent patient care using a full-line pharmacy, over-the-counter selections, and a convenient drive-thru. When you visit us, you are treated as a neighbor, not a number. It's not just our slogan, but our culture. We're investing in our patients, local schools, and community. For over 5 years now, we have established ourselves as an independently family-run pharmacy that isn't driven by corporate goals. We are driven by what is best for your overall health and wellness. We're conveniently located so you don't have to make the drive. Prescription drugs are just the tip of the iceberg. We also offer natural remedies, essential oils, at-home medical needs such as walkers, rollators, bath accessories, as well as wound care products. And coming soon, basic urgent care services. What makes us better than other drugstores out there? When you frequent Baileyton Drug, you will receive professional, courteous, and friendly service that goes above and beyond any other pharmacy in the area. Remember, you're a neighbor, not a number.
Welcome back to Green Sports Zone. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Avery Weems Show, presented by Starnes Barber, where we cover everything on the diamond with the North Green Lady Huskies softball team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Avery Weems. So you're back in the state sectionals now, third year in a row. Your first year as a head coach, second now as an assistant and head coach combo. You get it back at home too. It's not only the third straight year, you get to do it at home for the third straight year also. Mm-hmm. You don't know who you play yet, but you can go ahead and look at either two opponents, Oakdale and Greenback. They play tonight. You'll know later tonight who you'll end up playing. So talk to us about this week's sectionals game and what we can expect.
Yeah, so if we'll play the loser. So if Oakdale loses, they'll come here. We won't play them till Saturday because they have graduation on Friday. So we're kind of going around their graduation. If it's Greenback, they've already, I think, done their graduation already. So we will play them Friday at 6 p.m. if it's Greenback. I don't think weather will be a problem, but if for some reason we did have weather issues on Friday, we would probably move the game to Saturday. But I think we'll be able to get it in if we're scheduled for Friday. I don't really know a whole lot about either team. I hadn't been able to watch them play. I hadn't been able to find any films on them, but I do know just from looking at some box scores, I think they'll both be pretty good. I think just looking at some of Oakdale's, I think box scores, they've got what looks to be a pretty dominant pitcher. And then Greenback probably hits it good because I think they've split this year. So if Greenback's beat them a couple times, I'm sure Greenback hits it well. So I'm sure we'll have our hands full. We'll have to play really well to have a chance.
Talk about how happy you are of making it to the sectionals in your first year as a head coach too, because this is something that I think you touched on last week or the week before, where you had your dad as an assistant coach who kind of paved the way in the previous years, and you take over the reins as the head coach, and you continue as one of the most winning programs in the state within 1A, going back to the sectionals round, hosting for the third year in a row now. I don't know if it's truly sank in for you yet, but how does it feel as a first-year head coach to know that you could pick up on the success that was produced before you took over?
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome, and it's really been an easy transition because, I mean, he's had, I guess, the winning culture. The standard is the standard each year for North Green softball. You know, we expect to win. We expect to be competitive. We expect to play a certain way, expect to play hard, do things the right way. And whenever that's been the standard for year after year, it's really an easy transition because whenever you want to do things the same way there, it's nothing unusual. It's what the players expect, it's what they're used to. And then still having him around too has been huge. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it by myself. He's been excellent. He's been so much help, not just with the softball side of things, but just the off the field stuff, the fundraising, the logistics, the hey, make sure you don't forget to do this. I mean, he's just been awesome to have around, and it also helps whenever you're fortunate to have really good players. So we've got a good bunch. They're fun to work with. They play hard. They work hard. So just all around, just been a good year. Been really fortunate to, I guess, be put in this situation to start out with.
Hey, and hopefully the end of the road's not near.
Yeah.
You've got next week that we're hoping to advance to. Hope to see you down there in Murfreesboro. You've got this week's state sectional game coming up, though. Of course, we don't know the time and the date for the game yet. Don't know the opponent yet, but we do know, hey, it's here in Baileyton again.
Yeah,
how special is that?
Definitely, it's super special, and it's something that we'll talk about with the girls. You know, it's important. It's awesome to have it here, but this isn't our end goal for the season. We want to get to the state tournament. We've talked about that all year. Like we expect to go to the state tournament. So it is nice to have it here. I expect it to be a great atmosphere, but we've still got to do our job on the field, and hopefully if we play a good game, we'll come out on top.
I don't know if there's anything else I've got for you, but best of luck in the game.
All right.
Would love to go down there and see you all in Murfreesboro next week also, make our coverage a little bit harder, but a little more, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? A little more rewarding.
Yeah.
Knowing that we've got more than just one or two teams and athletes going down there. So unless there's anything else you've got, that's all I've got for you this week.
No, just come out and support us tomorrow night
We'll keep you
or
updated.
Saturday.
We'll keep you updated on the times, day, opponent. But like we said, it is in Baileyton. Special for those girls that get one last game on their home field. But Coach, that's all I've got for you this week.
All right,
thank you once again. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Avery Weems Show, presented by Starnes Barbershop. Look forward to seeing you next time here on Green Sports Zone.